You're welcome for a Monday edition. And over time, I've realized that goals are overrated. I'd rather create a system that would help me achieve my goals. I think that's better if you ask me.
So you're talking about creating good habits.
Yeah, exactly.
And the compound effect. Okay, so taking one step at a time, one day after another.
Exactly. You get me, you get me.
Well, welcome to a brand new week on Wake Up Nigeria.
Absolutely. We come early with another exciting edition to help you guys take off for the week. See, you need to also make us that habit that we're talking about to help you achieve that goal. So a smile a day, they say, makes it go well. Oh, rubbish. I just made that up.
Oh, yeah, but that's for him.
You get the idea.
But really, tuning in daily will help you get through the bustle. Yeah, it's good to have you watch us again today. We hope you had a great weekend.
Yeah, underline the word bustle because since after last week, the roads have been really hectic, especially for motorists who are heading toward the island or even coming outside of the island. But hey, not to worry, this is the dose that you need to give that zen moment that you need to take on the week.
Absolutely.
Speaking of that, the AMVCA Awards held over the weekend and it was amazeballs.
Yes, it was, of course. It was a well-deserved celebration for our talented actors, directors, producers, writers, so much more.
And social media content providers as well.
Yes, as a matter of fact. I know Winfrey was live at the event.
Yeah.
She'll be telling us about it in a bit.
Yeah. Inclusive, we have our kitchen segment and a lot's going to be happening in there. We're going to let you guys know exactly what we're going to be having for breakfast. We hope that you guys are ready for all the talent and, well, everything that we've put together for the next 1 hour and 45 minutes to thrill you guys for a Monday.
Absolutely.
My name is Mazino Appeal.
And my name is Mary Bashua Alimi. Stay tuned for another round of engaging content. You can watch the show live on GoTV. You'll find us on channel 16 and UHF band 49, all right?
Or you could go stream us live at tvcentertainment.tv and also on Facebook. We're live on there as well. We also have an app that you guys can download. All you need to do is click, Baba Trick, iOS or Google Store.
I like that. Click, trick. Okay, let's tell you what we have in store for you on the show today, okay?
Now, we'll also be having a performance that you guys are going to love to see. We will be joined by Max NR. He's going to be performing live here with us today. Very, very interesting singer-songwriter. This one you guys need to stay and see.
Then, of course, on SME this morning, we're going to be joined by Jesutola Ajao, the sales manager of Maroko Bayshore Suits. He'll be letting us in on his role as a sales manager as he tells us more about this 4-star hotel located in the heart of Victoria Island, Lagos. Okay.
Welcome for a Monday edition, and for the first time, I must say to myself, Mazino, welcome to work. I will tell you why. But
I must know.
Not before asking you how your weekend was.
I feel like we shouldn't jump ship. Let's start from yours.
Okay, so my weekend was absolutely zero. But it was absolutely necessary. So since I've gotten back from that little short leave that I went on 2 weeks ago, I kind of like went out of rhythm.
Okay.
I took my each day haphazardly, and it resulted in me being exhausted. So exhausted that by Friday evening after the black tables, or rather Friday night into Saturday morning, when I got home, I fell asleep and woke up at 4:30 in the evening because my body needed to reset. And so finally, I feel refreshed. I feel like, yes, this is me back at work again since after the leave. It was absolutely necessary. All day in bed up until evening, and then I saw a series with my daughter, which was very interesting, and I think you should see it too. Is she 10 yet, your daughter?
Yeah, but what's it called?
It's called The Dark Crystal.
The Dark Crystal.
The Dark Crystal is a Jim Henson movie from back in the 70s/80s. It was your first introduction to fear. You needed to conquer your fear or your fear of your imagination. Now, there's a new series out for 2020, and it's a series, 10 episodes, and I had to make my daughter see it just so she can conquer that fear of, okay, go upstairs and turn off the heater. Like, I don't want to go. No, you're going to go. You're going to go. So they're all puppets and everything, but it's a bit dark. But it's a necessary phase in a child's life that I think they should.
Are you sure it's not going to cause sleepless nights?
It did for 2 nights. It did up until tonight. But trust me, after that, she's going to be fine. She's going to be fine.
Evil.
She's going to be all right.
I can hear someone else laughing right now.
Because after that, you're like, what else should she be scared of? Nothing else. So just let's get that fear phase over and done with. You should see it. The Dark Crystal, you should see it first, and then maybe you could contemplate whether to let
So, my weekend was busy. I was on radio on Saturday morning as usual.
Obviously.
Yeah, 102.3
Here we
Max
go.
FM,
Every morning.
10 a.m. to noon. I'm sure you listen. Thank you so much for listening to the Mary Alimi Show. And then afterwards, I prepped as always for my Sunday show. Went home. Then on Sunday again, I went for a boxing match. I almost forgot.
what?
A boxing match. I went to watch a boxing match yesterday.
Wait, how?
Somewhere in Oshodi.
Why?
And when I got there, I sat and I was like, okay, all right, it's going all right. And then it started picking up and I was enjoying
You
it.
enjoyed seeing
I do not
half-clad
like
men,
watching.
sweaty,
No, it's
hairy
funny
chest,
enough, not just men.
and
There were
women.
female boxers.
That's the kind of match I like to see.
Just look. Just look. Association of.
Oh, now you're talking.
Let me not say.
But it was fun, wasn't it? Who took you though?
Well, it was nice. So I went with my man, and we had, we actually we were invited
nice.
by the chairman of the
Organizers,
NDBOC. So we went, and then it was really cool. I was surprised.
Now you get it.
And I'm thinking to myself that why is boxing not as, beloved as football, music? I think this is another cash cow waiting to be milked.
Well, it's all about the blood, sweat, and tears. That's why.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes, because I know there was one guy, a particular guy, Wilder, in 2 minutes, it was over. Bah, bah, it's like I'm going to go and learn how to
I'm
box.
scared of her now. Listen, yeah, she's getting a bit too carried
Is
away.
that the way this is? Yeah. Time for the news update on Wake Up Nigeria. I am Mary Bashua Alimi. The federal government has reached an agreement with the Nigerian Medical Association and the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors to stop the nationwide warning strike of the doctors. A memorandum of understanding was signed at the end of a reconciliation meeting convened by the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige. In the MOU, the parties agreed that health is on the residual list and not on the concurrent list of the Constitution, and so the federal government cannot compel the state governments to effect the payment of salaries and allowances in the health sector. Both unions were advised to embrace more persuasion and social dialogue at the state level. The meeting also resolved that the National Salaries, Incomes and Wages Commission should adopt the percentage used for the Academic Staff Union of Universities and other university unions, which would include rise in allowances. The Kogi State candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Usman Ododo, on Sunday paid a courtesy visit to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State. The candidate and his entourage were in Lagos to meet the Kogi community as part of activities lined up for consultations ahead of the governorship election in the state. Governor Sanwo-Olu held a private meeting with the candidate where their discussions centered around winning the November 11 governorship poll. After the meeting, the governor assured his guests that the entire APC family would ensure victory for the party in Kogi State. On the entourage of the candidate included the state chairman of the party, Abdullahi Bello, leader of the delegation, Dida Tozigi, the commissioner for information and communications, Kingsley Fanwo. Outside Nigeria, a defiant Volodymyr Zelensky has insisted Bakhmut is not occupied by Russia after a Moscow-backed mercenary group had claimed control. Ukraine's president was speaking during a scene-stealing visit to Hiroshima, Japan, for the G7 summit. Wagner founder Yevgeny Prigozhin had earlier claimed victory in Bakhmut, but Ukrainian military sources told the BBC they still had control of a handful of buildings on the outskirts of the city. At a press conference on the final day of the summit, Zelensky refused to provide precise details. He, however, said the city, where the war's longest and bloodiest battle has raged since August, was not occupied by Russia as of yesterday.
Is Bakhmut still in Ukraine's hands? The Russians say they've taken Bakhmut.
I think no. But you have to understand that there is nothing. They destroyed everything. There are no buildings. It's a pity, it's tragedy, but for today, Bakhmut is only in our hearts. There is nothing on this place. So, just ground and a lot of dead Russians. But they came to us. So that's our defenders in Bakhmut, they did strong work. They, and of course, we appreciate them for their.
Well, that's it on the news update for this on Wake Up Nigeria. There's so much more to come. Just stay with us.
For what's up and about, and we can't talk about anything this Monday except, well, we have to talk about what happened over the weekend. And guess who's in the house? Winfrey, fresh from the AMVCAs.
Filled with the flowers
Yeah,
to complement her look.
Very, very nice.
AMVCA look.
So what was it like? How was it?
It was amazing. Thank you, Mazino.
She had warned me from before.
You know what I was about to
Now you better pass it.
Anyways, it was an amazing event, I'll actually say, and one of the very well put together events, I'll say,
Okay.
production-wise. The stage was amazing, the organization, it was very seamless, it was flowing. They had 2 stages, one for the presenters, one for the awardees, so by the time they were calling the awardees, the awardees were already standing there. And it was really nice, the coloring. The only problem I think a lot of people had problem with was the space. So the AMVCAs, like everybody wants to be there, whether they're in the movie industry or not. So like the place was packed, super packed. But aside that, it was amazing. But I think what a lot of people, the reactions over the internet, I mean, after Saturday, Sunday and all of that, where people were reacting to the awards that people won. I'm sure you guys might have seen some
Yeah,
of it
our
and
Best
all of
Actress or something like that was a very big controversy
Yes.
about Osasi Kudaro getting
Yes.
that award instead of other people who were, well, who they say much more worth it, much worth it.
Yes.
And my wife wanted to have me have that conversation. I'm like, I don't.
To be very honest, because of certain things and certain people that received certain awards, I had to go and watch my movies again yesterday.
And what did you think?
And to be very honest, the controversies are necessary.
Justified.
Yeah. So to be like, so even besides that award alone, even other, I mean, best male actor as well, the best comedy one as well. It was just a lot of people felt. I mean, but then again, I now started thinking about why the awards were given to certain people. So they say it's Africa Magic Viewers' Choice Awards, right?
Viewers. Oh.
So
It's the viewers.
a lot of votes go into the thing.
Votes.
But then again, I now thought about it because, okay, for instance, now Brotherhood won Movie of the Year, and automatically I was expecting the the person that comes out with the best to be from that movie, and that's exactly what happened. So I'm now thinking of, I think it had a lot to do with the publicity power of the movie
of
as
each
well,
movie.
and all of that.
But then
So-
I would think that in other climes that you have a specific a body that is
Yes.
also in charge of scrutinizing the movies, regardless of whether it's a voter's choice of any kind, and note whether this is actually worth putting in that category. This person is supposed to be in this category. Because you will get this kind of instance if you don't have such a body. Do we have such a body in, for the AMVCAs? I don't know.
Yeah.
If it's
I
all
believe-
left to just votes, then you can imagine that it's
Votes,
going to be very ambiguous.
I believe there ought to be. So the thing with many awards is there are some that there's a panel, there are some that requires voting.
Yes.
And usually when it requires voting, it's a matter of star power. Sometimes it's not even about the publicity
Yes.
of the movie.
Yes.
Some unknown movie could win a major award,
Yeah.
and simply because of the personalities
Yes, behind
involved,
it.
Or the
pushing
art.
for
Yes.
pushing for the viewers to vote. Oh, support me.
Oh, I get
They
you.
probably pay their friends
Yes.
and please just help
It's a
me
popularity
push
contest.
this. It's
Yes,
popularity
it's a popularity
contest.
contest.
So sometimes you might not agree with who won what.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, it's all down to how much crowd you can control.
Yes.
It was also a statement for fashion. I mean, there were so many very unexpected. I mean, we finally get it. Let me
Yeah.
put it so. Yeah, you're not gonna wear any of those outfits out to dinner or anything. So let's just go flamboyant. Let's go larger than life. Who was the guy with the his own climate?
Look at that. Look at this rose
Who was
dress.
Nah,
that?
this is
I
this,
love
this
it.
is beautiful.
We had people with their own hell, their own heaven, their own climate, as you rightly said, their own production house.
was
Inside, it
beautiful.
was a lot.
Yeah.
But I would say, several people refer to it as the biggest fashion event across
It
Africa.
seems so.
And of course, we know a lot of people also referred it to the Oscars or compared it to the Oscars. I mean, the African Oscars. And I think it was really interesting.
And you didn't
right?
look bad
And
yourself
also-
on both days, by the
You
way.
looked really nice, even in the pre-party.
She went all
So the
Michael
fashion
Jackson
show
on
and
it.
nominees gala.
She
Yeah,
went-
that also happened on
You went black
Saturday.
and white.
Yeah.
That was
Yes,
nice.
I went, so it was like a yin-yang kind of situation. So I think, so a lot of people came out. I think, of course, another award that had controversy was the best dress of the night. Eniola won it for the male, and Beauty Tukura won it for the female. So a lot of people were talking about how, okay, fine, was it really deserved?
Didn't
and all that?
Eniola,
That's Eniola.
didn't Eniola deserve it? I thought he
No, I think Eniola's outfit was spectacular. I don't think cameras even did it any justice. The
It looks a lot
detailing-
better now than even in photos.
in photos, of course,
Yeah.
yes, and that was another thing as well. The photos we saw that they posted on their page, Osase's dress was dazzling. Like a lot of the dresses we actually saw there did not do anything justice for the
What word
images,
for
but in
Tasha's
person
dress,
they were amazing. Sorry?
What do you think about Tasha's dress?
$20,000.
She
She told that
insisted
to
that
me
everybody actually
particularly.
tell the price each time you were posting or telling about it.
Yes.
Please,
No,
make
that
sure
was the first thing when she came, I was like, oh, you're looking gorgeous. Yeah, so that's that, Tasha. I'm like, you're looking gorgeous. You're fabulous. First thing she said, $20,000. This dress told me the whole. I'm like,
we need to
okay.
know.
So,
So it was intentional. She even made a video yesterday talking about how nobody came close again. She posted about that, and
Yeah.
despite the fact that you have one whole year to plan, telling people to start planning from today and not to drag her if she decides to do whatever she wants to do. So I'm like, okay.
$20,000
Get
might not seem like a lot to her, but I just
Yeah.
want to say something. Have you been to the market in recent years to buy fabric? No. So there were certain fabric, let's forget inflation and dollar or pound.
Yeah.
But there were certain fabric that you could get for, say, like 2,500 per yard or 5,000
Yes.
naira per yard. And then you go to the markets
Now
these days
they are
and you
triple
ask
the
for the
price.
same fabric and you're told, this one is 80,000 per yard. And you're like,
The
okay,
same
dollar
fabric.
could not have done that. And they say, you did not see it on this person's body.
Yes, they do that as well.
So the fabric worth goes up because
someone
a
wears it.
celebrity
Yes.
wore it. So they feel, you want to probably imitate
Yes, now
what the
it's you.
person wore.
Yeah, so you should-
Hello.
Just
Someone
buying the
also made
whites
it-
for Sunday mornings is for select cloths.
Someone also made a statement or a comment saying that from tomorrow, people will start dragging for their balance. Stylists
Okay,
and
but that one
designers
is
will
normal.
start- it's
If you
normal.
did not collect your full money, you must be either new to the industry or you have in abundance.
I also liked one little bit that was added to the AMVCs, and it's the fact that content providers are being recognized now because entertainment has
Yes.
gone beyond just sitting down and seeing 3 hours of
Absolutely.
a movie, but
Yeah.
instead you can see digest material of 15 minutes
Yeah.
or seconds, and you are even a bigger star than that person who was in that latest movie.
Very true.
And I think it went to ELO, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it went to Elo Zanam.
I
Yes,
I
and
thought it couldn't have
Kiki.
gone to a better person. And Kiki.
And
I
Kiki,
didn't think
amazing.
Any better.
Yes.
Two people deserved
Yes.
it more.
They've got great content.
Yes, and they had a very, very nice award for Patience Ozoko as well. It was a recognition, for her work and hard work over the years.
As
and it
Devil
was
Mother of
totally-
the Century.
It was totally
I
amazing.
mean, that is always a character.
You know this thing you said, so yesterday evening
Yeah.
on the show, I usually do this, pick a number, somebody decides the question. And the question for yesterday was, if you were to be in a movie, who would act your character? Like, which actor would you pick to act who you are? And one lady said, Patience Ozoko. And I was like, hey, you must be. And you know what? She said no. That she just likes the woman's vibrance,
Yeah.
the way she's so full of life, that's the kind of person she is.
Yes.
And it made me realize the 6 and 9, analogy, where people say you see 6, somebody else is seeing 9. Most people are seeing the evil.
The evil,
But
yes.
some people are seeing somebody that is so full of life, someone vibrant,
She's
amazing.
so warm. I had a conversation with her as well. She was so warm. That vibrance was there even at her age. It was totally amazing. And how supportive she even is of the new industry and talking about how it's literally progressing and like
Not
everything.
feeling threatened.
It
Did
was
you see any dichotomy between you and
not
old
at all amazing, and I actually made it a point of contact to actually interview both ends, right? The new school and the old school. But the old school, they literally spoke about how they laid the foundation, and this guy's actually carrying it through the way it should be. But I think it will not. It's very important to talk about how they celebrated culture. So the AMVCAs was actually 3 days. They had activities building
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
They celebrated culture on Thursday. Of course, people showed out with their traditional costume. I think that was very, very important considering the fact that the AMVCAs has a lot of traction globally now, and then having people represent their different cultures and all of that was very, very beautiful. Then, of course, the fashion night, fashion show, and award galas. I think more than anything, what I loved the most was the seamlessness and the organization
Beautiful.
and the production of all 3 events.
Okay.
Finally cracked it.
You know what? The fashion gallery she mentioned, we're going to be showing it
Yeah.
in a bit, okay? So you want to stick around for that. You don't want to miss a bit of
In
it.
fact,
I'm actually looking
all
forward to
week,
the outfit.
all week
week,
we'll have
yes.
material
Yes.
from the AMVCs,
Yes, from
Pepsi, Winfrey.
Yeah.
I almost called you Hilda.
She
Pepsi,
wa-
Winfrey, all through the week. So you must make sure that you.
Mazin, I thought you said you rested well
I
over the
did.
weekend.
What's that on your face? Oh, Stardust. You're from the AMVCA. Dad jokes.
She's looking. She's still looking.
She's still
so
glistening.
good.
Look
Yeah.
at that.
I know, right?
I
Okay.
should be the next edition.
I know at this point we have to take a break. There is so much more to come. Just stay with us. You're watching Wake Up Nigeria.
Welcome into the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. It's a beautiful, beautiful Monday morning, and as usual, we have breakfast ready or getting ready just for you. And here with me, I have Ogene Tega of Tegalicious Caterers and Events. Amazing how you're doing this morning.
Very well,
For the
thank
first
you.
time, and she has such a glorious smile.
Thank you.
Okay, so now tell me, we have a lot. I'm seeing bread, I'm seeing pomo, I'm seeing plantain. Make it make sense. What exactly are we having this morning?
We're having our going redefined.
Oh,
So it's not the usual way they make it
okay.
here in Lagos.
Okay.
You know, I from the Delta region coming to Lagos to redefine how they make.
Okay, now we like that our definition. So tell me exactly what we need to bring this to life.
Okay. So here we have. This is the sauce for the
Yeah, for the sauce, yes.
And then that's his fish, that's pomo, and this is the beans. This is the raw form of this.
Oh.
Yes, and then plantain to our sides, and then we're having some form of razzmatazz
Razzmatazz.
with the bread.
I mean,
by
you
the
see
side.
bread, you see
Plantain,
plantain, you see
then you
beans,
see
you know it's
pomo,
about
you
to be
see-
heat. I'm
yeah.
telling you.
So
Okay, so
that's
now
what
tell
we
me,
have.
quickly run me through the process before we start doing anything of how we prepare this ewa going. Let's start with the sauce.
Okay. To prepare this, we just have like few ingredients, right? To have the pepper sauce. you
Yes.
have just,
What exactly is in this pepper sauce?
Okay, that's what I'm
Okay.
gonna explain now.
Okay.
So you have the dried atarodo and then tatashe.
Tatashe,
And then
okay.
onions in it as well.
Okay.
So that's what you have.
So that's what we have here.
Yes, that's what you
Okay.
have
But
in
when you
here.
blend, does it look like that?
Yes, that's what.
Oh,
that's what it
really?
has to be,
Oh,
yeah.
it looks so dry here and so fresh here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no,
what
you
else?
have to put in a pot for a while
Okay.
with water so that it doesn't, so it comes alive. So you can
Okay.
blend
So
that
can
one.
we use the fresh one?
No,
We
it
can't.
doesn't come out. It takes a longer time to.
Oh, to get to that stage.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Amazing. Okay, so now let's see what the ingredients are on the screen. So she was actually explaining to me. So right now we have on the screen the ingredients for ewa going, peppered fish with pomo and plantain. We have fish, beans, pepper, onions, cow skin, oil, palm oil, and of course some seasoning. Very few, very easy and direct. So as you were saying, so we blend this.
Yes.
So after we blend this, what do we do next?
And then after blending this,
Yes.
put your oil on fire.
Okay.
To steam for a while.
yeah.
Just for a while because you don't need to. It doesn't come
Need to
to
bleach.
the like the ayamashi feel.
Okay.
you
So
have to
which of this is
it's
palm?
oil. Yeah, that's palm oil.
Okay, okay.
So you put that on fire and then allow to bleach for just for a bit. And
Yes.
then you put all your like your onions.
Yes, onions
cut,
first.
And then your peppers.
Pepper mix,
And then
okay.
you keep stirring
Keep
and stirring
stirring,
till you know it's. You don't stop because once you stop stirring, it begins to burn.
Oh,
You
really?
keep
So you just
stirring,
keep on stirring it,
keep
stirring
and
it.
Again, you notice it starts to dry.
Yes.
And then when it dries, it turns color from this red to
Yes.
like a bit blackish.
Yes,
color.
okay.
And then you know that it's ready, and then you just keep going.
Keep going.
And
All
then-
right. And then that's it. And of course, our beans,
It's
a
just
normal
parboil,
method.
just
Okay,
boil
we'll come
and
back to all of that. But then again, we have to allow you to get into all this process because you know it looks like a lot of work. Okay, no problem. So now we have Mazzino standing by on the couch for papers.
Thank you very much, Winfrey. And it's time for the paper review. If you're picking up a paper this morning, well, let's do it together. We have with us Dr. Dayo Kayode, a social-political technocrat and aviation safety expert. You are welcome, Doctor.
It's my pleasure being with you this morning.
Good to have
How are
you here. I'm good. Thank you very much. Not everybody asks. Thank you. All right. So we're going to start this morning from the Guardian newspaper. There's a series of headlines here. Security, economy, restructuring, a Southeast peace tops list of demand from Tinubu. That's on the Guardian. But the major one for the Guardian is high expectations as Dangote breaks NNPC's monopoly, shrinks EU supply to Africa. Now, this is all happening today as it's set off for today. We had this conversation last week with our guests, and I asked, well, after the show, if there is no worry about the monopoly itself that the Dangote refinery brings to the entire setup. What do you think?
Yeah, you see, it's a pity that as big as Nigeria is, it's only one person that is controlling the economy. Even though I appreciate Dangote's business acumen, his business temerity and sagacity. But having said that, when you look at our refinery, a whole nation cannot manage or sustain 4 different refineries located all over the country. You're now giving it to a single person who is, on the line now, in capital letters, a businessman. Who is a businessman? It's not going to look at the social implication of whatever price is selling. All right? Now, my question is this. The refinery is located at a trade-free zone. In it?
Yes.
What are the characteristics of a trade-free zone? Again, is it going to be buying our crude oil in Naira and then be selling? Because that one is on a trade-free zone. And then be selling the finished product to us in dollars. It's just a question. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That being as it may, of what social implication
Does it have on the
does it
capitalist
have
system?
on the nationals? Because mind you, the crude oil is our God-given
But you know,
resources.
Doctor, the Punch actually puts it even further, takes it further by saying Dangote refinery opens today, eyes crude oil from 3 continents. So it wouldn't just be the Nigerian crude oil. He's also going to be importing crude oil from other continents as well. How does that shake up the things? Shake up things now.
The question I will now even ask you is this, or I will put to you is this: your father has a farm whereby yam is being planted. All right? And you are now using that yam to produce pounded yam. All right? And then one of your siblings is now saying, okay, I want to be producing pounded yam with those tubers of yam from your father's farm. And those tubers of yam from your father's farm cannot even be exhausted for his pounded yam production.
Yeah.
As now saying he wants to go and be buying
From the neighbor's farm.
from another farm. Of what implication is that?
It doesn't make plenty of sense.
Does it make any socio-economic sense? It's a question that we all need to answer.
Well, we'll wait and see. We have to move on now to other papers. This morning, let's take the Nation newspaper here. Shatima Tinubu will run an all-inclusive administration. Everybody's waiting to see after the inauguration why Southeast should support incoming government by Umahi. There are other iterations in other papers, but everybody's got their eyes on the inauguration that's set to happen in just about a week. And there's plenty about Tinubu's
Inclusiveness,
his visits to other nations, and what prospects we might have as a nation with the new dispensation.
Yeah, you see, I as a person, I have come a long way in this country, and I have witnessed series of change of government with promises, especially this outgoing one, with huge promises. But at the end of the day, what have we been saying? Much as we are looking forward to a better government, I don't want to bask on any rhetorics until I see some of those things being put, into proper perspective, all right? Whereby Nigerians, you and I, are being made to enjoy dividends of democracy. It is now on that one will now be able to say, yes, you said it and you are doing it.
I'm going to jump from that paper to another paper and jump back into the Nation newspaper. But first, the Daily Trust here says 6 top sectors awaiting Tinubu's magic wand. Experts advocate new security architecture think tank. And power grid crashes dog energy sector. That's one of the sectors people are actually looking forward to having plenty of reform and changes when it comes to power. Power affects everything from how you as an individual start your day to how industries or people who are in businesses. So that's one thing. And then aviation is another thing. Going back to the Nation newspaper now here, sack fever grips aviation workers after fan shakeup. Now let's look at power, let's look at aviation. With the new administration coming in, what expectations could we have as citizens?
Yeah, you see, our economy, as well as our various lives as individuals, are being affected by 2 major things in this country. 1, power. 2, energy. But it's a pity that this, our power, being controlled through our national, I will say it, our national grid. I mean, we wouldn't be having problem with our power if not because our national grid, that is GREED, I mean GRID, has not been working because of our national grid. That is GRID.
I get you now. GREED, yeah.
Yes. Our national grid are not working because of our national grid. So also, the aviation sector have been having problems because of still our national grid. Imagine, the aviation minister the other time was talking blah, blah, Nigerian air and all that. And he went as far as UK to go and launch a national carrier. You can imagine the our economic flights. That's number 1. Number 2, the airline you were even launching, where is the head office? What is the call sign? Who are the shareholders? These are issues that needs to be sorted out, perfected.
So how come he came out to
perfected
credit
before.
himself with 100% regarding his accomplishment?
But where is it now? Do we see it? Do we see any national carrier flying?
yeah.
Even at that, while our stakeholders in the country are saying, okay, let us buy into it. What is happening between Nigeria and Ethiopia? Ethiopia was giving about 49%, not until when our national stakeholders went to court to stop it. I mean, I think the case is still in court. So not until when we address the issue of our national grid, that is GRID, our national grid cannot work. And just like Baba said, Mahatma Gandhi, who I am a student, a follower, he said, our resources are just enough for our needs, not for our grid.
Wow. On that note, I think we've come to the end here for our review. Thank you very much, Doctor. Always a pleasure, man. That was very, very beautiful.
being with you this morning.
And you too.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
And you too. And of course, if you're starting your day out with us, thank you very much for joining us. I'm sure that this is a good start to everything that's this week holds for you. Do stay tuned. We've got more inside of Wake Up Nigeria coming your way.
Welcome back into the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. I'm still here with Chef Tega, who's actually making ewa going, plantain, momo, bread, and so many more. so many other things. Okay, so now tell me, how far have we gone
Okay.
with what we're doing?
We're almost done with it. The beans is almost ready.
Yeah.
The sauce is almost ready. We're parboiling the pomo, and then the fish is frying.
Okay.
And afterwards, we get to fry the plantain, and then I think that's basically.
Yeah,
pretty
that's
much.
about it. Okay, so what we'll talk about. So now tell me, let's run through this particular process for the sake of those just joining us this morning. So we had our palm oil going there first.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. What else did you have there?
Onions.
Onions. Okay.
And then
I know you put all these tiny things. What's
yes,
this?
that's the ginger and garlic.
Ginger and
sauce.
garlic mix. Okay.
And then this is the seasoning.
Okay.
And then this is the black peppers.
Okay.
And then you have the
Crayfish.
and then salt.
What's this one?
And that's this is actually what's his name again?
Nutmeg.
Not meg.
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon.
Oh,
yes.
okay. So we put cinnamon here too. All right. Amazing. Then after that we have our pepper sauce, the pepper mix going,
Yes,
right?
yes.
And then the frying is it's actually almost there.
Yes,
the color
almost done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost ready. So
All right. Then you keep
once-
stirring and
just keep stirring
stirring.
so it doesn't get burnt.
All right. So
if you leave it for too long,
Yes.
if I'm talking now, it's getting burnt.
It's getting
on,
burnt
so
on
you have
that
to-
side.
Have to be focused.
You have to
and-
be focused too.
and keep turning.
Okay.
Stirring,
Amazing.
till it gets to the
Alrighty,
promised
so
land.
oh, to the promised land. All right. So now let's talk about the beans now, because I know, we're going. The beans is assessed in a particular way.
Yes.
How exactly do we prepare that?
Okay, so for this, right, you need to make it. It comes with this soggy feeling, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
You keep boiling till it's really soft, and then you begin to stir.
You mash
Same thing,
it.
stir like or mash.
As if you are turning.
Yes, just keep turning
beans.
like you're turning. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're turning,
Okay.
and then it comes out all matchy. And
Is there a particular kind of beans we use for that?
Yes, actually, it's a small, tiny beans.
Oh, it's a small, tiny beans.
Yes.
Not the, is it the black one that is bitter? Because there's one that is bitter.
Well, it has the mix of that in it as well. So
Okay.
you can actually use that too.
So you can use normal honey beans.
Well, if you like the sweet
Taste, yeah, you
so
can use
actually
that. Okay, but the
Yes,
original
because
one is the tiny
that
beans.
tiny beans. Yeah.
Yes, amazing, amazing. So now our kwamo is definitely washed and it's
Yes,
boiling
boiling
there.
there.
So it's going to go into the sauce.
No, it's sauce starters separately with
It's a different
So
sauce.
yes,
so
that's
we're,
it, it's-
all right,
with
separate.
the
The
soya
fish
sauce
as
and
well.
the
So it comes
fish
to,
as well.
all right,
Yes.
amazing. So now the plantain is just being fried on the
Fried
side.
and then the bread
The bread as well. You
Yeah.
just put at the side too,
Yes,
just to
so-
give people options
Yes.
on what they want. Amazing. I mean, I think we have a full plate for our breakfast. I think it's a Monday morning. You need all the energy you can get to focus on work.
Can say
But
that
there's a, what if they
you know the
sleep off?
beans. Exactly.
After
You have to be careful eating the beans. So you don't sleep
So you
off,
don't snooze the
Yeah.
entire day. So I guess everything is a moderation, right?
Yes.
So we take. So let's take those just joining us. Let's have our ingredients out there making this ewa going right now. So we have the ingredients on the screen. Can we have that? But anyways, ewa
Already-
going
already-
is
yeah,
beans, right?
beans.
Beans,
sauce.
pepper sauce,
And then we
our
have sides of plantain.
size of plantain.
And then
so we have it on the
beans.
screen now. We have fish,
then-
beans, peppers, onions, cow skin, palm oil, and of course some seasoning. Okay, so I'm guessing this vegetable oil is to fry the plantain.
Plantain, yes, please.
All right, amazing. So tell me, Chef Tega, this is your first time on the show.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
Well, quite excited.
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
Well, I look forward to it. I couldn't sleep all night.
You couldn't sleep all night? Oh, wow.
Like a cook at home for me.
Cook it. Nice. We'll talk about that when we come back here. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. But then again, you're here, you're doing it,
Yeah.
and then you're doing really great. Thank you so much for actually coming here with us.
Thank you.
All right. So it is the top of the hour. We have to go on a quick break right now. When we come back, so much more still happening here on Wake Up Nigeria. We'll be right back.
And just like that, we're back for the second hour. Welcome.
Yes, it's great to still have you guys here for the next 45 minutes because, hey, we put so much into putting together today's show, so just don't ruin my...
Don't worry, we have so much to lace in what we're about to share with you in the next 45 minutes.
Absolutely.
Okay?
So you guys want to endeavor to stay with us so you won't miss out, please. And as usual, we have another chef in the studio here today with us that has been performing wonders because we can smell everything coming from inside the kitchen with Winfrey. Wow, that is some aroma we can smell here.
Yes, of course. We have Chef Tega here with us for the very first time, and she's cooking up a storm.
Hey,
Literally.
the one and only Tegilicious.
Yeah, yeah.
What are you making for us again, sir?
We have here our going
Ah,
redefined.
Redefined.
redefine.
With
I feel
sweet
you.
and soft
I feel
kwamo.
you. Yeah.
The soft in the kwamo is emphasized. Soft.
It's
kwamo.
necessary.
Yes. very, very
Chef
good.
Tega, where exactly are you from, by the way?
Okay, I'm Robo from Delta State.
Ah,
Yes,
okay,
sister.
okay. I thought she was about to say Isoko, but it's okay. You're welcome.
Thank
Good
you.
to have you here.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to the food being.
You have no
as
idea.
in, we are really anticipating
I'm
here.
sure.
My name is Mary Bashua Alimi.
You know my name already, it's Mazino Appeal. And of course, do remember now that you can watch the show live. Go TV channel 16 and of course UHF 49 is how to find us. And what else?
Yes, you can also stream the show live, okay? That's at tvcentertainment.tv and of course on Facebook at TVC Connect, all right?
Have you heard about our app yet? If you haven't, then you should already. Please download. It's available for iOS and of course on Google Play Store.
Absolutely. So you watch us anywhere you may be. You
Take
don't
us
have to
with
miss
you.
a minute. Yes. Let's tell you what we have in store for you this hour. Shortly, we will be joined by Sheyi Jolayemi, fondly called SDJ, on motivation to discuss purpose, a perfect triangle. We cannot wait for We can't wait for that one. Yes.
Then, SME, we will be joined by Jesutola Ajao, the sales manager of Maracobesho Suits. Now, he will be letting us in on his role as sales manager as he tells us more about this 4-star hotel located in the heart of Victoria Island. Oh boy.
Wahala, wahala, wahala.
Did you know that Wahala is actually in some English dictionaries? And do you know where it's from? I don't know why we just started with that because I heard you saying Wahala. It's
Yeah.
actually from the north, but it's accepted worldwide now because of Fela. Wahala, you define.
But you know the wahala I'm saying?
No,
Let me
what?
say it so you can remember where it's from. Wahala, wahala,
How's
wahala.
that guy with multicolored hair? In any case.
Generations, fella.
All right, so,
Another
oh yeah,
That might be sacrilegious, but
she feels excluded. She doesn't know. See, this age thing, you go touch everybody.
I don't know. Why are you feeling so age sensitive, Mercy? Let's
In
not get into that.
anyway.
Let's be going forward.
We have to
Don't
talk
look for
about
our mouths
this.
this morning.
What's your name again? Mary.
Two-Face.
So,
Hey, what's that your name again?
whatever. Last week or over the weekend, I think it was just on Friday, we got this video of Two-Face and Annie Dibia. Them talking at it was I think Young Famous and what's that new reality show
African.
where he told her face to face, point blank, that I will be with anybody I care to be with. Every man is polygamous, and the internet went agog. Everybody had a personal.
Sadly, some men actually believe that.
Do you think?
Some men actually do I think. Yeah, that was what
How exactly did he say that?
Every man is wired to cheat.
Wired to cheat.
To quote it. Are you wired to cheat?
No, I am not wired to cheat.
Mazino, ignore the cameras. Are you wired to cheat?
You're asking Mazino
Do-
to
no,
ignore the
let's put it
cameras.
this way.
How do you want to do that?
Are you polygamous in nature?
Man might be polygamous in nature. However, it behooves...
Mazino.
Mazino is not polygamous in
And that was actually
nature.
one of the things that actually created controversies because a lady there who actually a lot of people saw as the trigger kept on asking him, are you talking generally or specifically to you?
No, it was even his
And
wife who asked.
So
It was, yeah.
yes, but then she now picked it up and
Yes.
kept on going with, I mean, as he kept on talking. But I think for anything, so there are different sides. A lot of people have come out to say A, B, Z and all of that. But I think for me, what comes to mind most is the length people actually go for clout. Because whether you like it or not, that conversation is a recorded show, it's not a live
Yeah.
show. The conversation happened, and fine, as hurt as she may have felt, it still came out. So in the end, I'm like, all this sympathy we are really throwing.
So would I put clout over my marriage?
Do you
over my
understand? Because
relationship
of course
with
they
my
knew
wife?
the way it was going.
I
People were going to
actually
receive
do
it.
not think so.
Okay.
You think
So I believe it's a case of maybe the show owner trying to promote it and decided to put that clip
Just that
out
clip,
there.
yeah.
I do not think it's from Annie. I may be wrong, as in the cloud thing. I do not think so. I don't think she has anything to do with it. In fact, I'm pretty sure she was glad. Maybe it was done last year, sir. She probably thought I'd been dead and buried. Let's move on. So for me, I wonder when people
I'll tell you
say...
something. I think where she's coming from is the fact that the couple knew that such
They had
exchange
that comment exactly. Just
had
occurred.
happened.
Yes.
so
but it's coming out is what I was...
It coming out, yes, that's just the producers, you know.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
but I
what
still feel to an
think.
extent you still have a right to, no matter agreement you have. Do you understand?
Collect
Another thing that
yourself.
made me come back to it, as I said, I literally had to go and watch the movies over the weekend. And you go on popular streaming sites, and it's the first thing you're seeing. So they're really cashing in on it
Yeah.
because they know it's trending
They are.
right now. So I'm just thinking of the structural whatever, the intention behind it, and they're putting that thing out there. And I'm thinking, what
Very many people have said regarding the instance that it was very disrespectful for him to have said that in the presence of his wife with such boldness and confidence.
Yes, of course.
And I think that's the main thing. How much disrespect it would seem, and he's gone through over the years with his with Two-Face's behavior or preference.
Okay, so the thing is this. There's this saying about when you keep encouraging bad behavior, you'll get to the point when the person doing bad will start to brag about it. I think it has gotten to that point. Where because you do something, you keep getting away with it, you think it is normal because the other person is accepting it, so you feel, come now, it's not a big deal. You yourself no say, I did
That's
do
what I do.
am.
Yeah.
This issue of being wired to cheat or not, let's stop making it seem like it's a man thing. It's actually a psychological thing. everybody can choose to be faithful and everybody can choose to cheat, be it male or female. Yeah. Nobody is wired to cheat. It's a choice. And you can choose to do the right thing.
Nicely
That's the way I see
Everything you just said was what I was going to say when you asked me about polygamy and my personal
Mazino.
said what she said.
Time for the news update on Wake Up Nigeria. I am Mary Bashua Alimi. The federal government has reached an agreement with the Nigerian Medical Association and the Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors to stop the nationwide warning strike of doctors. A memorandum of understanding was signed at the end of a reconciliation meeting convened by the Minister of Labour and Employment, Chris Ngige. In the MOU, the parties agreed that health is on the residual list and not on the concurrent list of the Constitution, and so the federal government cannot compel the state governments to effect the payment of salaries and allowances in the health sector. Both unions were advised to embrace more persuasion and social dialogue at the state level. The meeting also resolved that the National Salaries, Incomes and Wages Commission should adopt the percentage used for the Academic Staff Union of Universities and other university unions, which would include rise in allowances. Away from that, the Kogi State candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Usman Odudu, on Sunday paid a courtesy visit to Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State. The candidate and his entourage were in Lagos to meet the Kogi community as part of activities lined up for consultations ahead of the governorship election in the state. Governor Sanwo-Olu held a private meeting with the candidate where their discussions centered around winning the November 11 governorship poll. After the meeting, the governor assured his guests that the entire APC family would ensure victory for the party in Kogi State. On the entourage of the candidates were the state chairman of the party, Abdullahi Bello, leader of the delegation, Didat Ozige, and Commissioner for Information and Communications, Kingsley Fanwo. To foreign news now. A defiant Volodymyr Zelensky has insisted Bakhmut is not occupied by Russia after a Moscow-backed mercenary group claimed control. Ukraine's president was speaking during a scene-stealing visit to Hiroshima, Japan, for the G7 summit. Wagner founder Yevgeny Prigozhin had earlier claimed victory in Bakhmut, but Ukrainian military sources told the BBC that they still had control of a handful of buildings on the outskirts of the city. At a press conference on the final day of the summit, Zelensky refused to provide precise details. He, however, said the city where the war's longest and bloodiest battle has raged since August was not occupied by Russia as of yesterday.
President Zelensky, is Bakhmut still in Ukraine's hands? The Russians say they've taken Bakhmut.
I think no. But you have to understand that there is nothing. They destroyed everything. There are no buildings. It's a pity, it's tragedy, but for today, Bakhmut is only in our hearts. There is nothing on this place. So, just ground and a lot of dead Russians. But they came to us. So that our defenders in Bakhmut, they did strong work. And of course we appreciate them for their.
Well, that's it on the news update for today on Wake Up Nigeria. We still have so much more to come. Just stay with us. We'll be back in a bit.
Welcome back into the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen. Okay, so now the food is confusing me a little bit. But the amazing part of it is that we are almost at the finish line. Our agoin sauce is ready. It's sitting in the back nicely. Our beans is also ready, sitting still in the pots. We have this one more. Okay, we have to emphasize on the sauce, Abby. So it's still on the fire.
After the plantain, I would fry a bit.
You will fry the crumble too.
A bit.
Amazing.
And then we'll sauce the fish. The fish is ready already.
The fish is ready as well.
Yes.
So we sauce the crumble and the fish together.
Yeah.
Amazing. So of course we have the plantain there. I love this your cutter. It's so nice.
Thank you.
Oh, it gives it that nice shape. And of course our bread is out, ready to be arranged and all of that. Chef Tega, tell me, when did you start cooking and what is it about cooking that you love so much?
Oh, question I was waiting for.
Ah!
Okay, so cooking is therapeutic for me.
Okay.
So
Cooking is therapeutic.
Yeah.
All right.
So I started cooking. Okay, a funny part is that the story behind my cooking is actually growing up, I had a very strict mom.
Okay.
I'm from a large family, right? I'm the 9 of the 10 children. So
Wow.
you can imagine me wanting to be pampered. But
Wow.
my mother wants me to be a child, like want to be an adult when I was a child. She
Yeah.
used to go and cook and all that. I hated it at that time, right?
Yeah.
Because I felt like I should be a baby
Enjoying
now.
life now, living your
Baby
life.
girl things, last children and all that. So
Yeah.
I was actually really frustrated about it. But getting to university, I found out that it was a passion I really loved. Okay, now I'm a lawyer by education.
Oh,
right?
nice.
So
Nice.
when it came to cooking, I had to dish law for food.
Wow. Law,
Because
that's that strong.
I
After how
dream-
many years in law school?
No, I did after 6 years in school.
After 6 years in school,
yeah.
you actually did it for amazing.
So, I mean, it was actually something that was, you have the build for the law degree and all that. So what are you doing? What's
Yeah.
cooking for you? What's happening to you? Hey,
Yeah.
go back there. So actually, but funny enough, I sleep, I dream, I eat, I live recipe.
Wow.
Like,
Amazing.
in fact, my Agon's recipe was self-created.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so
okay. That means you have a lot of original recipes you actually make.
Yeah,
Make
so,
at
yeah.
Tegalicious Catering. So now tell me
Yes.
about Tegalicious Catering and events. You guys obviously cater and you plan events as well.
yes.
Okay, amazing. So how long have you been doing that for?
Okay, I've actually, I did it for 4 years and then I left the industry for a while. Life happened, right?
Yes.
I went to school, like I say.
Oh,
I went
okay.
to school, so for 4 years, then
Yeah.
I came back again and then I'm rebuilding all over again in the last 3 years.
Okay, okay.
So that's
When
about, that's
how's
about,
it been?
Oh, well. God, that's faithful.
Don't worry,
Okay,
you're
God,
here.
God.
After this show, it's going to explode. It's going to be an explosive.
That's a prayer.
Yes, of course. Amazing. Let's not distract you too much so our plantain doesn't get burnt. All right, we have Mazino standing by on the couch for motivation.
Yes, indeed. Very excited about motivations today because right now we are with Shay Jalayemi, fondly known as SDJ. She'll be telling us what the D is for. Today on Motivation, we are discussing purpose, a perfect triangle. Now, SDJ is an effective brand communicator expert with over 12 years of experience, and you are welcome, SDJ.
Thank you.
So
Thank
what's
you
the
very
D
much.
for?
Oh, well, that's an acronym of my name. So my name is Sheyi. My maiden name is Dairo. That's where the D came in from.
All right.
And then I'm married to the very wonderful Mr. Jalayemi.
That's beautiful. For a
Thank
second there, though, I thought you were a DJ. But I joke a lot.
No,
Let's talk about purpose. Now, that's what we're doing today. You say it's a perfect triangle, but there's only one word there, purpose. where do we make a triangle with one angle?
Well, as human beings, we're not just on earth for nothing. We are created by God who assigned purpose to us. So there is the God, that's one. There is you, that's the second point of this triangle. And then there is the people who you're supposed to now fulfill purpose with or for, depending on how you want to look at it.
Okay.
So that's where the triangle comes from, God, you, and people.
Now I get it. So we're taking a look at our individual purpose in the grand
Absolutely.
scheme of things.
Yes.
How do we identify that purpose as an individual?
Okay, so usually one gets into that confusion at some point in time. I don't believe there's anybody that has never wondered, why am I here? But it's inward. You know, the Bible says that, you know, before I formed you, I knew you. I knew the purpose for which. So we find it from God. So that connection that we have with God is where purpose truly resides. It's the manufacturer, if you want to call it that, and then he knows why he created us. And I believe so strongly that the connection that we have to God via our spirit man is how we truly find purpose.
So if the third point in the Trinity, I call it a Trinity, is people,
Yeah.
does that mean every single kind of purpose is related to a kind of service? Is that what it means?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You can say that for real. We're not given all the gifts we have, all the skills we have, all the money we have just for us. Then otherwise your life will be so small. But then when you have people to serve, people to give things to, people to teach, people to raise, that is when you are fulfilling your purpose on the grand scale of things. When you in fact want to look at it from the business point of view, if you're producing for yourself alone and probably your
Doesn't make
family,
sense.
it doesn't make sense. But for every time you want a larger customer base, for every time you want to scale your business as well, and you keep fulfilling purpose, you know, going that
So if I'm having trouble looking or finding my purpose, and I guess I can always do some deductive reasoning by looking for what people need and how I can apply myself to people's lives.
That's so
But
sound.
not very many Nigerians are that selfless, especially with everything that we go through. Everybody has to think about themselves, a family first.
Yeah, true.
So how do you compensate for these two very, very wide apart spectrums? The need for wholesome greed, I don't know any other way to put it, and also that for finding one's purpose.
All right. Well, selflessness and altruism is key, but it's not the only thing. The fact that you are fulfilling purpose does not mean it always has to be charity. So when you find a service that people need that you can actually freely, easily provide, certainly they can exchange value for it, which would include money. And when you look at, I mean, the richest men on earth, they are not just rich without attaching some sort of commodity that, in fact, could be in the mass market, that they are, you know, meeting more needs. The more people you're able to reach, the more value people are able to exchange for what you're giving out, the purpose you're giving out, if you want to stick to the word purpose, then you can also get enriched via purpose. So purpose is not just about, oh, this is charity, this is selflessness. Yeah, people need a service, you're offering it, and they are exchanging value for it as well. It doesn't mean you're not fulfilling purpose.
So looking at it internally and psychologically now, what does it do to a human being when they give service? How does it help me as a person? Does it make me wholesome mentally in any way, shape, or form?
Absolutely, it does. It actually fulfills. There's a fulfilling need it has. There's several people who are actually offering services, but they are not necessarily finding fulfillment and joy in doing it. So usually it's not because all the service that you can provide for people also has to be 100% connected to your purpose. You identify, I mean, something in the market that you can really cash in on. Yes, you can go in for that as well. But when you talk about purpose, then you talk about fulfillment. You talk about you serving the real need, and usually it outlives you. If sometimes it's even something you can hand over to a generation over and over, that they can always get, you know, something tangible from, because what God is sending you to do in the world is usually always beyond you.
So is it okay? Is it not greedy if I make money from my purpose?
No. It is not greedy if you make money from your purpose.
Okay.
It is you providing service, people exchanging value for it. Yes, it is something you can easily do without asking for money, because usually we have joy, we are excited to do it. And sometimes it's not also always what you're excited about. Sometimes we identify what purpose is. We might have to learn a new skill and, you know, get out of comfort zone to be able to fulfill it. But no, it is not selfish to make money from your purpose.
Well, then I guess I'm fulfilling my purpose here every single morning, getting
think
paid
you
to
are.
be on Wake Up Nigeria. No, I
you are.
joke. But I will always say that there is one thing to give service or to feel fulfilled that I'm doing this for a person, and also and also to note that you also have to survive at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
So if my purpose is giving a service that helps other people, it's not bad if I can also make a living from that service, as long as I'm not overdoing it and perhaps overcharging or overvaluing that service that I'm giving to people. Now, that is a fantastic way to look at purpose. I will never see it the same ever again.
I'm happy to hear that.
And it's a pleasure to have you here talking about this very specific topic here. Very interesting. However, that's your camera out there. To anybody who's there who needs that word of encouragement for a Monday morning as motivation, what would you tell them as regards purpose, as regards life, as regards service, themselves, and preference?
That's a lot to round up in 1 minute. So I'm going to just talk about purpose. I'm going to say that usually we have that need to fulfill our purpose, to identify and fulfill it. But more often than not, you're already doing something in the line of your purpose. You just need to be a little more introspective and get more self-aware. Now, when you identify what that thing is that you find joy doing, that you can offer service to people for, and then, of course, you can do without even getting paid, then you will be able to scale it, do it bigger, and get more fulfilled doing it.
Fantastic. That's beautiful, STJ.
Thank you
I have a
very
message
much.
for you from one of our directors. He doesn't know I'm about to say this.
Okay.
But I heard him whisper something to somebody else inside of the MCR. Olamide, I'm sorry, I'm going to let her know. He said you make black look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you
Olamide,
so
that's your
much.
purpose in life, Olamide. Thank you, SDJ,
Thank
for
you
coming
very
through.
much.
We love
I'm
your message for
grateful.
today.
I'm
Do
happy
stay
to be
tuned.
here.
We have more inside of this hour for Wake Up Nigeria.
Time for SME. And with us here today is Jesutola Ajao, the sales manager of Maroko Bayshore Suites. He will be letting us in on his role as a sales manager as he tells us more about the 4-star hotel located in the heart of Victoria Island, Lagos. It's such a pleasure to have you here with us today.
Hi, Mary. Good morning. It's good to be here again in another capacity.
In another capacity, I was going to say. Tell us about Maroko Bayshore Suites.
Whew, I'm excited to talk about this. It's a spectacular hotel located in the very heart of Victoria Island. You know, designed with the best of home comforts and how will I say it? Convenience in mind. You know. And also, one beautiful thing about the hotel is that we have 2 on-site restaurants. Salma is Lagos' finest Lebanese restaurant. They serve authentic Lebanese food. And then Cactus, of course, you know Cactus.
Cactus, yes.
It's over 25 years in business.
Wow.
And they serve international meals.
Wait, Cactus is with the Bayshore?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Cactus, yes, I'm telling you.
My goodness, I love Cactus.
Cactus is wonderful. So these are one of the things that we pride about, that, oh, this is hard. So Maroko Bayshore Suite is the best place to be.
Amazing. You know what? Now you've touched on this restaurant. Let's talk about the capacity as well as the amenities. What does your suite offer?
It's a 6-story, and then we have 63 rooms. And then some of our suites oversees the Lagos Lagoon. Beautiful view, I'm telling you. And then we have the standard, which is the smallest, which co-joins both the living and the bedroom. Then we have the junior suite, which has the living and the bedroom. Then our biggest is the executive suite. Fantastic room space, the biggest you'll find around here in Lagos, I'm telling you.
Wow. So what makes you different from your competitors? You know, there's always that thing about having a defining factor, something that when people think of this, they think, it has to be Maroko Bayshore Suites.
This will be from the feedback. What I'm saying right now is from the feedback of what people have actually told us. And it's how private the hotel is. It's been designed in a particular way where you hardly find someone you know. You hardly run into people you know. It's very private. So people enjoy the fact that they can come quietly, stay, and then enjoy the best of privacy. I'm telling you.
You know, when people go to hotels, usually that's what they're looking out for. Like, get whatever they want to do quietly. Probably you're just going there to clear your head, you know, clear your mind, get off work, get off family life for a bit, just have some time to yourself. So I think that's actually a plus, I must say.
Yeah, you know, many other hotels are busy with a lot of hubs, people coming in and trooping in. But here in Maroko Bayshore Suite, I'm telling you, it's very private.
So let's talk about your work first, because what makes a business successful are the people who run it. And I think many companies forget that fact. But it's important for us to talk about them. Tell us about
beautiful people. And these are also one of our strengths. Workforce is fantastic. 90% Nigerians. We have people from all walks of other places, the Philippines, Lebanese, and all. But our workforce consists of basically Nigerians, 90% Nigerians. So, an amazing team. Wonderful people, from the lobby to the room service. You meet the best of team, I'm telling you.
Now let's talk about you working there. What has your experience been like?
Oh, I'm telling you, see, how do I express this? You know, you've always imagined having a dream job. And I tell you, this is for me. You know, working with the best management and the best team around. I enjoy working here. Of course, you know, there are challenges when you newly just start working with people and all that. But then these challenges makes us better. You know, but Maroko Bayshore Suite and their team, amazing. I tell you that for free.
I have a lot of questions, but before we go into all of this, tell me, if I wanted to make a booking or make a reservation, how do I go about it? Do I have to go the long route or do I go directly?
No, you can come directly to the hotel, which is situated in Victoria Island. And also go to reservations at mbs.lagos.com. And you can visit our website, which is www.mbslagos.com. And whatever it is that you ask for comes with complimentary breakfast for two. And no hotel in Lagos gives this.
There's usually complimentary breakfast for one.
Just for one, yeah. But here in Maroko Bishop Suite, you get for two. That means you can come with your partners and enjoy buffet-style breakfast on us.
Wow.
Telling you.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so usually one thing that frightens people off, especially when you hear VI, is price. What's it like?
Our prices are friendly for what we offer. Very friendly. And I don't mind sharing the rate here, but then let me just keep it aside. Go to our website, you see it. Then when you talk to us, we are very flexible. We design packages that suits your budget. And this is the most amazing thing about us. Then also, one of the things that we pride about is that there's also a jetty access into the hotel. From Ikoyi, trying to beat the traffic, you can come through our jetty. We can arrange something for you to pick up at the other side of Ikoyi, then come into our side.
Yes, because you're actually by the side of the water.
Yes, the shore, yes.
And so, you know, the packages you mentioned brought me to something. You know how some hotels have corporate packages or packages for people who want to stay for a month or a year? Is that available as well?
Yes, it is. We have the regular, the rack rate, then we have special package for corporate people, and then we also have special packages for individuals. Something suitable, something specially designed for an individual. When you come, there's always something for you.
So how do I locate your hotel?
Hotel is right adjacent 1004, 2024 Ozumba Mbadiwe, Victoria Island, Lagos. Just across Quilos. The shoreline of Cactus, that's where we are.
So
you don't miss it.
Now that you've mentioned the restaurant again, I just have to take you back there. You know how you can be in your room? Since you said the restaurants are affiliated to you, does it mean that one can order to have it delivered
into the hotel?
Into your room?
Yes.
Anytime,
so 24 hours.
24 hours. So you can order that beautiful gelato.
I'm telling you.
just thinking of it already, I'm like.
I'm telling you, Cactus is amazing. That's why it's one of what we pride about at Maroko Bishop.
I love the pasta.
Oh
my God.
Let me not go there, please.
Oh, just thinking of it now, I'm like, oh no. I love the pasta.
Yeah.
I actually do. Actually do. So for you, what has been the highlight of working there?
I would say the management. You know, when you have a friendly work environment, and then the managements are fantastic. You know, you can actually explore and fly. They give you all the opportunities in the world to do things. Things in your head, bring it to the table, we'll discuss how it works, and then you're ready to go. The management of Maroko Bishop Suite, fantastic. The place to work with. People to work with.
So are you open to partnerships besides working customers?
Yes, we have fantastic deals for, like I said, for every individual, there's a fantastic signature deal for you. So we're open to partnership with everyone. Anybody, if you can think it, we can achieve it.
So does Salma or Cactus, do they serve local dishes?
Like I said, Salma is purely Lebanese. Yeah, they do. You can dine in, and then you can also, we can deliver to you. Also, Cactus too can deliver to you. International meals, Cactus, authentic Lebanese meal at Salma.
So if you're going to eat anything local?
Nah,
no
but of course we can make arrangements.
You can make arrangements, I trust you, because we have made arrangements for you for breakfast.
Of course.
And I'm pretty sure you're looking forward to what we have for you.
Yes.
So let's go to the kitchen right now. Let's check out what we're having for breakfast. So arrangements can be made for this in my room. Nice.
Amazing welcome into the Wake Up Nigeria kitchen.
Thank you.
And of course, good morning. We have breakfast ready for you. Prepared specially by Chef Tega with a glorious smile. So now, Chef Tega, tell us exactly what we have here. While you would like you to try it out, tell us exactly what you think about it.
Okay.
Okay, right here you have the bread, beans, agoin sauce, and pomo fish. This is made in the intercontinental way, and this is the local concept we have. So, so you have two ways. Try out.
So this is the Harvard style.
Yeah, exactly.
I can see.
Bayshore style.
I tell you Bayshore style.
As in,
I will serve it.
So please go ahead, try it. Let us know what
Where do
you
I
think
start
about
from? Yeah.
it's not Bishop price. How much is this one?
it.
Okay.
Really package. What's
As in packaging. No need to see toothpick. Just know you are paying 1 million for that toothpick alone.
Chef Tega, we have to talk.
You have to talk.
It's like you're the one that will be taking it up.
This is really nice.
Yeah.
This is really nice. When you are tasting the bread itself with the beans, it's very juicy and not even good for them.
Hey!
This is really nice. Thank you.
Amazing. Well done, Chef. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And thank you as well for watching Wake Up Nigeria today. We really hope you join us again tomorrow, bright and early by 7 a.m. Thanks to everyone who has been a part of the show, the crew, and our guests, and of course you for always watching. Enjoy your day. Bye for now.
Bye.
All right.